God bless football. Izzy Gutierrez.
God bless football, Taylor.
Oh, no!
God bless football, Mike Golic.
God bless football, Stu Gotts. Wow.
You're supposed to go to I was supposed to go to Golic first. I wasn't certain if Golic was going to throw it to Izzy or Taylor first, but someone has to go last, preferably Golic, so we can see if he throws it to Taylor or not, Izzy.
Oh, yeah. My bad. I will get on board with this eventually.
You blew it.
Mike Golic. You won't, right? And it's a stupid rule that we put into yes into God bless football. Mike Golic Sr. is fresh off calling the Notre Dame game on radio. How was that, Mike?
It was pretty wild. Really, Notre Dame is the only team college pro that I root for. So I'm used to sitting in the stands and cheering, and now calling the game and trying not to be a homer and not being able to cheer. It was interesting at first, but then, once the game started, I just got into the flow as an analyst.
Did you have some moments where the fandom came out, though?
Yes. 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 Yeah, I think
there's nothing wrong with that, Mike.
I might have thrown a wee in there at one point.
Like a wee? Like that?
Yeah. No. Like a wee as in like I was still on the field playing.
Oh, it would have been so much better if you said wee after Jeremiah Love run.
No, Izzy, it's like, we've got to get this first down.
Exactly. Exactly.
I prefer the way I'm thinking of it.
Yeah. Yeah, Mike. I don't believe I've ever said a wee in my life.
There you go. That was the first right there.
Yeah, there you
Can't say that again.
Who was doing play-by-play with you?
Tony Simeone is his name. He normally does the play-by-play, and Ryan Harris normally does the color, but Ryan had the Super Bowl 50 reunion in Denver,
right? So,
which is a nice reason to miss a game. I wish I had a Super Bowl reunion, but I never will.
Right. You won't. Did Tony recognize when the fandom came out, and did he do anything? Did he say anything? How did that work?
No, I think they're kind of used to that. It's a Notre Dame radio broadcast, so I guess you're supposed to lean more toward the home team. I've never done it for a team. I've always done it, as a neutral partner. Now this was on Notre Dame radio, but still, kind of the way I do it, it's kind of down the middle. So while Tony's used to doing it for Notre Dame.
Right. Mike, were you surprised? It seems like a month ago where the Canes lost to Louisville, but were you surprised? It seems like a lot of people weren't surprised because of Brom, because of his record against top 5 opponents, and because Louisville's actually a pretty good team.
Yeah, they are. But everybody thought Miami was this great team, and listen, they are a heck of a team. There's no doubt about it. And personally, I wanted Miami to win. I want Miami and Texas A&M to win as much as possible, so those Notre Dame losses look better when the committee starts to vote. I think in late October. But Jeff Brom, there's a lot of blue chip jobs available. Going from UCLA to Virginia Tech to Penn State to Florida, Florida State may be open, Wisconsin may be open. So there's a number of blue chip jobs available. Penn State, that Jeff Brom should be considered for. And if nothing else, he'll get a nice bump in pay from Louisville.
Yes. Why does it seem like he's never considered for those jobs, though?
I don't know, because he's a good coach.
Yeah.
I do not know. But I think that will change this year.
How about Marcus Freeman? I've heard some things.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
No, the Penn State AD said he's going to be very aggressive in pursuing Marcus Freeman, and now UF is in the game. I mean,
so let's analyze that.
Yeah, let's.
And Notre Dame would match the money. I mean, I think Marcus is making 9 something now. If Penn State came with 10 or 11, I'm sure Notre Dame would match that. Is that a step up, Penn State? Is that even a step sideways?
Well, you tell us, Mike, you tell us, because the Bear was on with us last week, and he'll be on again this Friday, and he said that with Marcus Freeman, and you would know best, Mike, the struggle of the problem with being the Notre Dame head coach is the academic requirements are so strict that it's easier to get kids to go to Penn State or UF than it is to Notre Dame. Is that fair?
Example, C. Brian Kelly. Kelly left for LSU because it would be easier to get to a title. He hasn't been to a playoff yet.
Fair.
Notre Dame was in the national championship last year.
Okay.
So I debunked that argument, but it's true. I mean,
Debunked.
It is factually, it is true. It is true that it is tougher to get into Notre Dame, but Notre Dame has been in the playoffs. Notre Dame has been in the national championship. If Notre Dame runs the table, they'll be in the playoffs this year. LSU probably won't again. And I'm not picking on Brian Kelly. I'm just saying, Brian Kelly, we have a living, breathing example. Brian Kelly left Notre Dame willingly because he thought the only thing missing from his resume was a national championship, and he would have a better year in, year out shot at LSU. And it hasn't been that way.
Mike, you mentioned Brian Kelly. They were one of the biggest losers this week, losing at Vanderbilt, their second loss of the season. Their next two games, it doesn't get any easier in the SEC. Number 3, Texas A&M, and then at number 4, Alabama. Could you see a world where LSU and Brian Kelly part ways after this season?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Really? I mean, there were high expectations from Brian Kelly and for LSU when Brian Kelly took over that spot. And we know at the end of the day, it's about wins, it's about playoffs, it's about conference championships if you're in a conference, and then it's about national titles. And he hasn't gotten it. So, I think there's a good chance. I mean, think of the coaches that could be out there. James Franklin, Brian Kelly, Luke Fickell, maybe at Wisconsin, Norvell from Florida State, James Franklin, I think I mentioned him. Yeah. I mean, there's going to be some heavy-hitting coaches, and the thought is, are they all just going to change colors, right? And go to one of these blue-chip teams.
And go lose somewhere else, yeah.
Yeah, and just kind of reshuffle the deck chairs, or will it be hot coordinators getting first jobs at high-profile schools? I mean, could you see LSU? Could you see if again LSU is open, LSU or Penn State or Florida State going after a 35-year-old offensive coordinator? I mean, it's certainly possible, but those seem like schools that want to get like experienced coaches.
Yep.
Marcus Freeman's making $9 million a year. That's a bargain compared to Bill Belichick at 10.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah. Yes. I'd like you all to stop bringing up Marcus Freeman's
It's not
name.
us. It's
I'm
the
going
reports.
to. As a Florida Gator myself,
Right.
I'm going to tug that rope all off season long.
I hate you all. I hate you all.
What'd you make of James Franklin? I don't know if you saw this. He was on College Game Day saying that he was actually surprised when his AD walked in and fired him after that loss to Northwestern. Get the fuck out of here, you
listen, I was surprised. I mean, again, when you fire someone during a season in the NFL, you're doing it for a couple of reasons. The locker room has turned bad. Like maybe in Miami, if that's the way that situation is going. Sure. Or you want to be able to start looking for the next coach. In college, I mean, was the locker room bad for James Franklin? Are you starting to look for your next coach, who, by the way, the next coach is probably employed somewhere already?
Right.
So
Notre Dame, right.
I would... Stop it. I honestly was a little surprised that they pulled the trigger this quickly. They gave him a long leash, a lot of chances to win big games, and he didn't. I get it. But I was still surprised that he went during the season.
You know, it's so tricky, guys, because I have no idea. Like the Vanderbilt head coach, he should be a candidate for a lot of these jobs, but I'm not certain if he would want to leave Vanderbilt, Mike. This is college football in 2025.
Well, again, I think it's his alma mater. Clark Lee used to be the D coordinator at Notre Dame. You know, you talk about him, you talk about Jeff Brom, two guys that have really helped build their schools up. And again, I'm pretty sure Clark went to Vandy. And it's always tough when you go coach your alma mater, because if it doesn't work out, you basically never want to go to your alma mater again, like Scott Frost in Nebraska.
Yeah.
He was doing well at UCF, took the Nebraska job, was awful there, and now he's back at UCF, and you kind of have a bad taste in your mouth with your alma mater. It all sounds great, like Matt Rule to talk about him going to Penn State where he went to school. Now, I have no idea if that'll happen or not, but I agree with you. I mean, you should look at a Clark Lee, at a Jeff Brom, and what they're doing in their programs.
Stu, in the Netflix SEC documentary, they were talking about Clark Lee, And he was saying that when he took the Vanderbilt job, he wants to be the savior for Vanderbilt football.
Well,
and
he saved them.
They
Right.
paused for a second to let people kind of laugh at how ridiculous that was.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes, I know how ridiculous that sounds, but that's the mindset you have to have if you think you're going to turn around a program like Vanderbilt.
Right,
Yeah.
but he's turned it around. But again, my guess is even he thinks to himself, might be easier at LSU. Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of it also has to do with money you have to spend. Now you do have the revenue sharing now to make it a little more equal. But I mean, he's in a tough conference. He's got number 15 Missouri, then number 22 Texas, then Auburn and Kentucky, and then number 17 Tennessee. You know, he's got 3 ranked teams, or they're ranked now. We'll see when they play them. But Missouri's next, so it's still and coming off a big win, you got to be careful of a letdown.
Right. Mike, where do you think Florida is going to go? It seems like the guy they want is Lane Kiffin. Now, again, I'm not certain Lane Kiffin, I think he'd be a great fit, but he's also a great fit at Mississippi. So
again, I asked the question, what kind of a move is it? Now, I'll say a difference could be money available to players and things like that, though with revenue sharing, that kind of equals it out a bit. But, I mean, Ole Miss has money. Florida has money. He's turned Ole Miss around. Florida's not ranked. Again, I'm not sure it's a step up. Yeah. I mean, is it a step sideways? There may be other things involved. Whenever a coach or a free agent in the NFL player moves, it's for different reasons. It's to win a title. It's geography. It's family. It's a lot of different things. So it all depends on what's on Lane Kiffin's mind.
Mike, I'm just going to say it. I'm in love with Fernando Mendoza. I think the guy's going to be a great quarterback in the NFL. Right. I think he's going to be the number 1 pick. And frankly, there's only 2 ways this season ends. Ohio State's going to make everybody say, why were you all playing this whole time? Or Indiana's going to say, we just won a championship. Holy shit, college football's changed. Which one of those 2 do you think is more likely?
Well, I mean, you look at it and they're on a collision course. They don't play each other in the regular season. And if they were to keep going the way they're going, they're going to meet for the Big Ten championship. And you're right. We haven't talked about Ohio State because they just keep winning. And while 9 teams lost in the top 25 this last weekend, you know, they just kind of keep on winning and they kind of fly under the radar, which is wild for a good team. So yeah, I love Fernando Mendoza. And you look at the quarterbacks that we talked about before the season to now, it's Fernando Mendoza and it's oh man, I'm drawing a blank.
Dante Moore.
Well, Dante Moore that we are still talking about some, but oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. Oh, that's Ty Simpson from Alabama.
Right. Yeah.
All of a sudden, we're talking about Ty Simpson. I think he's the favorite now to win the Heisman.
Right.
So, I mean, and you start to look at boards coming out of boards for the draft, and Fernando Mendoza is up there. Ty Simpson's up there. Dante Moore is still up there. But the quarterbacks like Garrett Nussmeier and Cade Klubnik and Carson Beck that we all had up there preseason are basically nowhere to be found now.
Does Ryan Day need to beat Michigan and win the national championship in the same year?
No, I mean, he won the national championship. I mean,
but he lost to Michigan. I mean,
here, and again, what would you take if you were given the choice? You could.
I would take the national championship, but their fans are a bunch of morons.
No,
Seriously.
I get it. Quite honestly, I will say this to my grave. If college did not go to the 12-team playoff last year, Ryan Day would have been out of a job.
Yes.
He would have lost his 4th straight year to Michigan, and he would not have made the 4-team playoff because he wouldn't have won the Big Ten. He would have been out. He would have been on the outside.
And James Franklin would have been fired a year ago. I mean, how about that? Yeah.
I know. It's wild with the 12-team. All of a sudden, Ohio State gets in, Penn State gets in, and then Ohio State wins a title. I get it. I get the rivalry. I was part of one, Notre Dame and USC.
Sure.
But if you have a choice, you'll take the national title.
Yeah, of course. There's no question about it. But I don't know if their fans agree with us.
You're right. But you know what? Fans are sitting in the stands. They're not on the field.
Right. Yeah.
Speaking of rivalries, Mike, this BYU team wins the Holy War. They're now 7-0.
I tell you about Provo on a Saturday night, Taylor. I told you don't just walk in there. I mean,
they're ranked still outside the top 10 at 7-0. Does it feel like nobody's really taking this BYU team that serious?
I think it's nobody really takes the Big 12 as having a dominant top 10 team,
right?
More than just BYU.
Yeah.
Texas Tech was certainly had the chance, but then they get dumped by Arizona State. Again, the Big 12 is somewhat wide open. There's only two undefeated teams in the conference, BYU and Cincinnati, and they play, I think, November 22nd. They play one another. But then you have, 3-1 teams, Arizona State, Texas Tech, Houston. It's going to, remember when Colorado had a chance at the Big 12 title last year?
Yes.
It's probably going to go like that again, where multiple teams have a chance to win. I think it's a Big 12 thing more than a BYU thing.
How many two-loss SEC teams do you think are going to make the playoff? Because I know they all play each other. There's not going to be that many at the end of the year, but I feel like a handful are going to get in just because it's 2 losses SEC.
I mean, right now, A&M and Alabama are undefeated in the conference.
But Bama has a loss. But Bama does have a loss, right?
Bama has a loss. Then you have Georgia with 1 loss, Ole Miss with 1 loss. There'll probably be a couple of 2-loss teams in there. But you're right. They all play one another. It's like cannibalizing each other.
Well, Ole Miss plays Oklahoma this weekend, so one of those teams will fall to 2 losses. But they still have a chance to get in if you're in the SEC. That's the thing.
You do.
Right?
You do. Yeah.
It's crazy. Mike, I was watching the game last night, the Seahawks game, the first quarter of it. That thing was on late. And I was thinking to myself just what the Vikings are going through at the quarterback position with J.J. McCarthy, and, they're playing Carson Wentz. And I'm thinking to myself, did the Vikings make a mistake in letting Sam Darnold walk and leave and go to Seattle? What do you think?
Well, I mean, I'm sure they wanted to play J.J. McCarthy. They saw enough of him even before the injury, which wasn't a lot to see from him because he got hurt in preseason, that they knew they were going to make him the starting quarterback. Maybe it was a money thing. They knew Sam Darnold was going to make money somewhere. So maybe they didn't want to pay what they thought would be a backup that much money because they wanted to start the J.J. McCarthy era.
Sure.
So
on a rookie contract, which is much more favorable to the team, right?
Exactly. And then you don't have a backup making big money. Carson Wentz certainly isn't making what Sam Darnold is making in Seattle. At least I'm pretty sure he's not. No. So I think they were just ready to move on. Kevin O'Connell is such a great quarterback coach. But, J.J. McCarthy struggled in probably 6 or 7 of the 8 quarters that he played. Then he gets hurt. Carson Wentz has stepped in and, is okay. So I think it's also, what have you done for me lately? You looked at Sam Darnold's last game, regular season game. I think it was against, I think I did it. It was against the Lions and it didn't go well. Mm-hmm. And then the playoff game obviously didn't go well. So I just thought they were ready to move on.
Mike, who's the best team in the NFL?
Changes every week.
It does change every week. God help me. It may be a 3-loss Kansas City team.
Oh, geez.
I mean, they get Rashee Rice back. All of a sudden, they use him a ton. They have Xavier Worthy. Now, the one thing I should say stopping them, but they've been winning as of late, won a couple in a row. Their running attack isn't very good at this point on the offensive side. Defense is starting to play better. I mean, Detroit, with the way they looked last night, they had that one stinker and everybody dropped them, out of their top 5, and we're like, okay, they're done, but they're playing great. The Packers,
they're back in the top. It's funny, Mike, this is the NFL because before last night's game, Tampa Bay was in the top 5. Now they're out of the top 5, and the Lions are back into the top 5. Right.
Well, this is ridiculous. Right. Let me just tell you why I set up this question. Because the ESPN rankings came out for the week, and it's definitely like a prisoner of the moment because their number 1 is the Detroit Lions. And who did the Detroit Lions just recently lose to? The number 6 on their roster, on their list, it's number 7 rather, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, but Kansas City is 7th.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Wow. You want the rest of them? The people in front of them, it's wild. It's the Philadelphia Eagles are still in front. The Colts are 2.
Right.
Eagles are 3.
Right.
Buccaneers are 4.
Right.
Rams 5. Right. Bills 6. Then Kansas City.
Yeah. I tell you
That's
what.
That's how you get clicks. I mean,
I like the Colts. I picked the Colts to win that division at the beginning of the year. I mean, and it's not just because of Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is doing a fine job without question. The quarterback play has been upped at the Colts, no doubt about it. But they have one of the best offensive lines in the game. They have the top running back with yards this year. The defense has slipped statistically the last couple of weeks, so that's the side of the ball I'm probably most concerned with. But you got to love what they're doing. You know they can score a lot of points. I think they're a legit team. I don't know how many people want to actually give them credit. I also really like the Rams.
Right.
I mean, I love the Rams' offensive firepower. They didn't have Puka their last game, still win, a young, aggressive defense. I kind of like the Rams as well.
It's hard not to like the Patriots, right?
Yeah, I mean, boy, Vrabel has really turned that team around. Drake May is playing well. I do like them. You know, again, kind of like Ohio State flying under the radar. Nobody really talking about Buffalo. Buffalo lost a couple of games and had a bye, but I have a feeling that they're going to be coming back pretty well.
Mike, you were a great defensive lineman, and I'm watching this Lions-Bucks game yesterday. I'm wondering, if you were on the defensive line for the Bucks and you see Jahmyr Gibbs get past that first level, are you just walking back to the sideline?
No, because I would get in trouble in film.
Yes. You have to at least, give the appearance that you're trying to make a play.
You have to make the effort.
Yes.
You have to. You know
Otherwise,
what you
Buddy
always
Ryan tear his fucking head off, Taylor.
You always need to be in the camera view, like you're chasing, because you work on pursuit drill every day in practice of getting to the ball. So yeah, you don't hustle, you get destroyed.
Do you know what Reggie White would do to you if you gave up on a play? I mean,
But yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs is running 22.2 miles
doesn't matter.
per hour. I don't know if you're staying in that picture.
Oh, I know I'm not catching him, but I'm running.
Trying. Right.
I am balls out sprinting without question, because I don't want to be that guy.
You don't want to be that guy that shows up on the film the next day as the guy who quit on a play. Right?
It's just like when there's a fight on the field. You want to be running toward the fight. You want to show that you're there for your teammates. Now, I had no issue doing that at all because I was usually starting the fight or in the fight.
Right.
But yeah, you always want to be going toward the fight, like you're going to help your teammate.
Right. Yes. And then you would sprint away is what you're saying?
No, because the camera catches everything.
Okay, so you just want to be in the picture, right?
Always want to be in the picture. Yeah.
Yeah. The best thing in sports is the dugout. Guys coming out of the dugout for a fight like 30 seconds too late.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Here I come.
Yeah.
It's like you're not getting
all exchanging dresses and everything, and
Mike, what do you think about Brandon Graham coming out of retirement and rejoining the Eagles? Do you think he still has anything left?
Well, I mean, he's only going to be situational. So yeah, I mean, listen. Well, now he chose to leave. Like for most, like myself, who retire, you get retired from the league. Nobody wants you anymore. So I would have come back in a heartbeat because I still wanted to play. Now, if you choose to walk away and it's still early in your walking away period, you go through that kind of withdrawal of, okay, I know I chose this, but man, I kind of missed this for the most part. Obviously, you retired for a reason. So I'm not surprised that he can come back. Again, he'll be situational. It's not like he's in any kind of game shape. He'll be used as a pass rusher, and as the season goes on, asked to do more and more. And quite honestly, 4 games in, he may have decided this was a wrong move. He might have said, this was a mistake.
It was funny with the Eagles. They're like, hey, you don't think we can throw the ball? Here, we're going to throw the ball. We're going to throw it downfield. I'm going to throw for 300 yards. A.J. Brown going to have a big game. Devontae Smith going to have a big game. They can win in a number of ways, Mike, and everyone knows they can. They're so good.
They're so good, and they get criticized no matter what.
Right.
No matter what.
It's crazy.
Right? I mean, they'll have 1 week of bad passing, and Jalen Hurts a horrible quarterback. Then he'll come back and do what he did and be like, oh, they have a passing game. The one thing they don't have, now teams are trying to stop it because they had a 2,000-yard rusher last year, is they don't have a running game.
Yeah.
And they're not really running Jalen Hurts on designed runs either to help in that running game.
Right.
So they have to kind of back the defense off with passing. And the passing attack isn't very complex. It's somewhat simplistic, but it could be because they always had a great running attack. But the running attack kind of is gone, so they have to get a little more creative in the passing game.
Were you surprised that Mike McDaniel was still the Dolphins head coach on Monday?
That thing has just got to be horrible in the locker room, right?
Crazy.
From what Tua said,
yeah.
Basically throwing other people under the bus to McDaniel saying, Tua's a starter. We just don't want him to throw 10 interceptions. I mean, It's a mess.
It's a mess.
I'll be stunned if he makes it through the season. Stunned.
It's shocking considering how close that team was, the quarterback and the head coach, just a year ago, Mike.
Yep. And oh, by the way, quarterback coach differences, quarterback that got paid, quarterback wins. Tua is going to be there. McDaniel probably will not.
Really? Wow. I think they should go the other way, take the L on the Tua contract because he's lost everybody's respect in there. But I'm curious, Mike, just in general, in moments like this where you're projected leader, the guy who's supposed to be your leader, is kind of failing at that, and the team is struggling. Is this the time where somebody else emerges as a voice, or does everybody just kind of keep their stuff quiet and just be like, I'm just going to ride this train till the end?
Well, I think because the team is so bad and they're not going to make the playoffs, that what you start to do is you start to do self-preservation. You start to say, okay, what do I need to do for me? All right, is this a contract year? Am I looking to sign back here or put tape for somebody else? You're looking to play well. Depends on if you're a star who has, a lot of guaranteed money. You just might be saying, well, I just got to make sure I play well and don't get hurt. That's what a lot of players are thinking. God, you do not want to get hurt when it's already bad enough when a season's going bad, but then to get hurt and have to rehab in the offseason. And you can't, it's tough because you can't think about an injury on game day or you'll get hurt, but it's tough not to, in the back of your mind during the week, you're like, man, that would add insult to injury for me to get hurt on a team that's not making the playoffs. But again, to answer your question succinctly, in situations like this, it's self-preservation for players.
Stu, people laughed when I said week 1, Dolphins must win. They lose that game, and look at the vibes ever since.
They laughed because it was absurd. I mean,
it's even more absurd now with how good the Colts are.
It really is.
Mike, have you ever seen anything like that Broncos-Giants game? I mean, I called it the game of the year, but I've called 5 games the game of the year. But that was the game of the year. I mean,
that was something. You just kept watching the game saying Denver doesn't have enough time to come back. I mean, okay, they're scoring, but they don't have enough time. Next thing you know, 33 seconds, and the Giants are playing that ridiculous drop 8 prevent defense, 29-yard pass and a 22-yard pass. Think about it. Denver gets the ball after what punt or kickoff? I forgot what it was. They have to go a good length of the field. They, in 33 seconds, and they kill the ball with 2 seconds, it's a chip shot field goal.
Yes,
I mean, it's not even like, boy, they barely got into a field goal range. They're asking their kicker to kick a 58 or a 60-yarder for the win. It was a 39-yard field goal. That's how far down the field they got. Mm-hmm. Brian Burns was ticked off that they were only rushing 3 and dropping 8. I hate that. I hate that defense. I think it's ridiculous. I think you should put pressure on the quarterback.
Right.
And they paid the price for it.
Yes. They had no timeouts as well. You hate that defense because you're allowing a team that hasn't been able to do anything offensively the entire afternoon just to stroll down the field.
I mean, you have no timeouts, and then you get after the first big pass, you got your D lineman just struggling to get back, and then they get the offsides or whatever, neutral zone.
It's 5 yards added. So they get 5 yards there, 29-yard pass, 22-yard pass is unbelievable.
Right. But you have to love Jackson Dart. You do, right? Just like that. And that's what a guy like that could do for an organization. He gives that organization life. He gives them hope. He gives them energy. Even in a loss like that, you have to be impressed with Jackson Dart.
So you like your new quarterback. Your O-line is playing better. Scattaboo is Scattaboo. I mean, he's a little spark.
Put that on the poll is Scattaboo.
You have a perfect way to describe
you have a good D line, especially a pass rushing D line. So what you have is you have parts to build around. The most important thing, you can say we have a quarterback. By the way, we have a quarterback that's just starting as a rookie, so he's on his rookie pay. So we can go build around him. You'll get Malik Neighbors back next year. So they have some good pieces to build around.
Not a kicker, though.
Yeah. Well,
no. Yes. Oh, God. That's why
the Broncos have the same thing going on, though, with Knicks. They do. They can build around that.
Oh, yeah. It's exactly right. That defense, their defense is so good.
So good.
Man.
Yeah.
Their defense, they got, what, they have 35, 36 sacks already. It's ridiculous.
Yep, it is. Mike, what do I do with the Jets? I mean, the fact that they went out and gave Justin Fields $20 million. I just, Mike, I'm at a loss. I don't know what to do.
In case you were curious, they were last in the ESPN rankings. It was the Jets were dead last.
What? I mean, listen, if they have the number 1 pick, they're going to take a quarterback, even if no quarterback shows they're deserving of that, though. A couple may come through to that, but it's always an overdrafted position. They need a quarterback, and you just start him right away.
Right.
You just put him out there, and as long as he's not a deer in headlights and you have a veteran backup. But yeah, you're going to be starting over at the quarterback position yet again.
No, they're going to ruin Fernando.
That's the thing.
Fernando might stay in school if he thinks.
Yeah, he might be going. Oh God, the Jets have the first pick. The top quarterback might be a little skitsy about that.
I'm going to play a game called Enough with You. Trevor Lawrence. Enough.
Oh, I love this game.
Oh my God.
Enough. I mean,
This is a great game.
Yeah. Enough. Right. I have one
It's
more.
not even a question. It's just enough with you. That's the game.
Just you just say enough.
I unfortunately I think so.
Right.
I think so.
Wow. He's had enough. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you said that. I got to think of the second quarterback that I had. Hold on.
It was probably Tua.
No, it wasn't Tua.
I've got one.
Tua is definitely enough. No, it was the guy at Justin Herbert. Enough.
Thank you. That was mine.
Man, he just shows every now and then, but man, the interceptions.
I don't think we're there yet.
Yeah,
I'm still in his corner.
You are really?
Yeah.
You haven't had enough yet.
I have not had enough.
You need to see a few more interceptions and a couple of more bad losses.
Listen, their old line is in shambles, so I got to give some credence to that.
For 420.
Yeah, you're right.
Houston Texans. Enough with you.
Oh, I like it.
Oh, yeah, get out of here,
Wow.
Houston. Enough. I don't even want to see them at that 4:00 Saturday playoff game.
That's where they live.
Enough.
Their offense has taken such a step backward, and then they lose. They lost Nico Collins to a concussion.
Yes.
On that game yesterday. So the offense has disappeared. The defense is playing well. But am I ready to say enough? I saw enough out of C.J. Stroud a couple of years ago. I'm kind of waiting for him to get that back. I'll give that a little more time, though I was leaning toward enough.
You're going to let it marinate. What do you do in San Francisco where you have signed Brock Purdy to the big deal, but the guy that Kyle Shanahan wanted in the draft a few years ago is Mac Jones? Now, Mac Jones hasn't been great, but they've won 80% of their games with Mac Jones as the starter. So what do you think Kyle Shanahan does when Brock Purdy comes back, and Brock Purdy making a lot of money, Mike?
I mean, you have to go with Brock Purdy.
You have to, right?
I mean, Mac Jones has been okay. 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Now, Brock Purdy, 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, both 65, 66% completion. I think you have to go back to Brock Purdy, yes. Yeah.
Was that suit real for Mac Jones, or was that AI? That half red, half black one from a couple of weeks? That was real?
Asking Mike.
I'm so scared of social media now and AI of what to believe. I won't comment on anything. I won't answer anything unless I know the person who's tweeting or on Instagram, because I'm so afraid of getting got.
You're terrified. That's a heavy play. Kyle Shanahan wants to run it. He wants to do it with Mac Jones, Mike. That was Flem.
The guy that is amazing me, there's such an injured team again, but Christian McCaffrey. I mean, he's got almost 200 touches already, 132 carries, 53 receptions. He's been amazing.
Yeah, leave that all in.
What was that sound?
It was flat.
I was joking, like Kyle Shanahan in the Super Bowl.
Also, Mac Jones looked like a jack of diamonds in that suit.
He does.
Yeah,
we don't know if it's real or not, though.
No, we do not.
I cannot believe we live in a world where we don't know if Vanderbilt or LSU is a better job. Holy shit, Mike. Oh, my God. God bless football.
God bless football. God bless football.
God bless.
God bless Notre Dame, and stop talking about Marcus Freeman.
Listen, it's not us. It's these credible reporters, okay?
You're bringing it up.
I'm bringing up their reports. We're doing a show. What do you mean?
No.
You should find these reporters and just beat the holy hell out of them.
Oh, my God. Just make them so they can't write.